They're better, but they're under the hood better. And that's the thing is you get that year over year with phones. And so when you have a product like the 10 that's still coming out that's supposed to be the flagship phone, you want to wait and see how it compares. And we haven't used that phone to any degree beyond a couple of minutes. So you're spending $700, but there's nothing here that you're really going to show off. You know, that's the problem. If you're waiting online or you want to do something to say, hey, I got the new phone, it's faster, it takes better photos, but there's nothing dramatic about it.
Are you going to choose, I mean, if somebody had a 6 out there, they're thinking about upgrading, I mean, it is a viable choice going for the 7, which is now lower in price, versus going for the 8?
It's very viable. I mean, the technology keeps increasing year over year so drastically. You're talking about like sometimes doubling with speeds, or the photos keep getting better and better. That doesn't always happen with laptops. So you might want to get off at an earlier stop and say, that's fine. A lot of people take photos on old phones and they think it's fine. I mean, professionals might not like that. That's the problem. I would still say if you're spending that much on a phone and you're not upgrading every single year, you're hanging on to it. I still like to get the newest model and just to keep yourself a little more future-proof. It's a matter of where, you know, the fact that it's 150 versus 100 on the upgrade is a little bit of a difference maker.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But to your point, it looks kind of the same as all the other phones, right? It doesn't look all that different.
Well, and that's the thing is that in this landscape of phones continually improving, you have a lot of other companies coming out with whole new designs. Whereas this is a very throwback look now. So if you want to look at the Samsung phones or, you know, look at any other Android phone now in the market.
Well, Samsung loyalists, Scott, will say, well, we've had these for a couple of years, wireless charging, waterproof. And I get it, but you're either probably Android or iPhone at this point. It's going to be hard to change, and Apple knows that. Right, but to Michelle's point, I just actually upgraded to the 7 from the 6 because they heavily discounted, not heavily, but they discounted the 7s, and it was the latest and greatest last year, so it's fine for me now because I'm a year behind. Is this a bad thing, though, for Apple? As long as we upgrade, do they care what we go to? That's a slightly higher average selling price.
Yeah, I don't know. That might not matter. It's an interesting question.
I don't know what their margins are, in other words. It sells for more, but maybe it costs more to manufacture.
Yeah, it could be. So it is interesting. You have people who do, when they buy products like TVs or laptops, commodity devices, you might just ride along a previous generation wave, wait for the discounts at the store. You know, you wait a while before getting a 1080p TV, or you wait a while before getting a 4K TV. Right. And so there is that now. There's so many phones, though, it's really hard to pick which one to get.
You have used the 10, right? Just for a few minutes.
Just for a few minutes.
What was it like?
So it's basically the size of the 8. So people who want a small phone might like that. And it catches up to the larger edge-to-edge feel of the screen. It's OLED screen, so, you know.
I don't know what that means.
So basically, it's just it's LED technology versus Apple already has a very improved LCD technology that essentially
is it brighter? Is it better?
It should make the battery last longer because it uses less power the way it creates light.
Okay.
The reason a phone's battery stinks compared to BlackBerry of a few years ago is that it has a lit back. And the lit back is what eats the back. That's why a BlackBerry would last 7 days.
I don't think picture quality make a huge difference because I don't know if that one's the one that's peeping.
Yeah, it's yours.
But
yes.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. But it's the quality of Apple's displays have already been great, so that's not a big difference. They've been tuning those for a long time. So
the face thing. Tell me about the face thing.
Yeah, so they didn't. I didn't get an actual chance to unlock it with my own face. I saw other people unlock with their face. I made the Animoji, you know, talking poop puppets and all that. So. There is you don't have a home button, and the question is how disruptive is that for the average person when you're going to be thrust into that with no backup plan other than a standard passcode. So you could just use a passcode, but the whole idea is you're already using fingerprint sensor, not just position, but we don't know how well it works.
Right.
Apple's very confident that it's going to work perfectly, but we haven't tested it. So
and it didn't work perfectly for them on stage.
No, it didn't work perfectly on stage.
You know what we're going to see? I'm going to make a prediction in the future. We're going to see people in the New Jersey Turnpike driving their car doing this. Right. No, I'm not kidding. Trying to log into their phones with their face.
I think it'll be more like this. They'll keep it down here. Like
when you get leaning over, and that's the question. If there had been a fingerprint sensor backup plan, that plus the price, I think basically you want to wait and look, and then maybe you get the 8 model, or you just keep waiting.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.